Hi, this is Chris Colson, Director of Operations for Allied Reliability. Allied Reliability is a full-service maintenance and reliability services firm specializing in delivering real business results through preventative and predictive maintenance solutions. And today, I want to take a little bit of time to discuss with you our energy management services. Given the environment that we live in and the state of the economy, it's no surprise to me that energy management services is a very hot topic. And in fact, the topic has received a lot of airplay recently. And in light of recent hurricanes and natural disasters and the soaring price of energy, this topic not only is important to the industrial workspace and the manufacturing environment, but it is very important to the general public as well. The Aberdeen Group surveyed 240 manufacturers, and they asked them a number of different questions. And one of the questions they asked them was, what were the market drivers for your organization considering energy management services? And they were told to select any of the choices that applied. 80% of the respondents actually chose this need to reduce manufacturing costs. That's not a surprise to me because I think there's a tremendous amount of pressure that's put on many organizations and especially the manufacturing organizations to be the lowest cost supplier of goods and services. And so I think many projects get pursued because there's this thought that successfully implementing certain projects are going to reduce manufacturing costs. 46% of the respondents chose that they wanted to achieve or maintain a competitive advantage, and they thought they could do that through energy management services. 20% of the respondents said that they wanted to be a thought leader in sustainability, and 17% of the respondents chose energy management services because they felt there was some sort of economic or consumer uncertainty. Now, the reason I'm surprised by the results of this is really because cost reduction outranks sustainability. And perhaps using the word that I'm surprised or the phrase that I'm surprised is not quite accurate, but just a little bit disappointed that I think sometimes we are so narrowly focused on reducing costs, and reducing costs drives so many of the things that we do instead of thinking about long-term sustainability. When you look around at the many companies that offer energy management services, you'll find a vast array of products and services that are intended to help the end user not only understand their inefficiencies, but the actions they can take to become more energy efficient and responsible. At Allied Reliability, we are known for our utilization of predictive maintenance technologies to help our clients identify and correct equipment and component defects. With our energy management deliverable, we make direct links of applicable defects to potential energy savings opportunities. When a defect is present, not only does it put our equipment at risk of operational failure, but it also begins performing less efficiently, costing us quality, increased energy usage, and in some instances, increased greenhouse gas emissions. Now, to help our clients identify these opportunities, we offer both one-off and combined services, including things like steam system analysis, where we use technologies such as infrared thermography and ultrasound, both airborne and contact, to identify system defects such as a faulty steam trap shown below. We are able to identify such cases and quantify the cost of the defect both in dollars and greenhouse gas emissions. We also offer leak analysis. Through visual inspections and the use of airborne ultrasound, we identify leaks within your facilities such as compressed air, gases, lubricants, and even product. These leaks generally can easily be fixed, but often they go unattended and left to the continuous waste of energy, product, and in some cases potential safety risks. We quantify these defects for you to help build the case for the effort that's required to improve. We also offer heat transfer analysis. Again, through the use of visual inspections and infrared thermography, we help identify and report inefficient transfer of heat. Now, specifically, this deliverable focuses on transfer systems, piping, refrigeration, storage, and similar equipment. We're able to quickly identify and quantify defects within these systems that improve both operational variability and increase energy efficiency. We also offer building envelope analysis. A critical step in any successful plan to reduce costs and improve business efficiency is an accurate assessment of the building's current energy performance. We use cutting-edge technologies to develop an accurate and detailed big picture of the facility's energy performance. Armed with this information, our customers are able to select the most appropriate and cost-effective strategies for repair and renovation. We also perform energy audits. Plant energy audits are comprehensive evaluations of the actual performance of a plant's energy using systems and equipment compared against the designed performance level or industry best practice. The difference between observed performance and best practice is the potential for energy and cost savings. Our clients have found that conducting plant audits is vital to a strong energy management program. And without such audits or assessments, it's difficult for them to continuously improve their energy efficiency and demonstrate the savings that come from those efforts. The biggest difference between Allied's energy audit and other such audits is that we incorporate the PDM technologies and services described previously to help companies identify immediate actions for improving energy performance, prioritizing projects, and tracking their energy management progress. We also offer energy management program development. Energy management efforts should be cohesive, and they should work towards the same goal of minimizing energy costs, ensuring a reliable energy supply, and identifying energy savings opportunities. We help our clients develop a strategic and tactical comprehensive energy management program, recognizing industry standards such as ISO 50001 and similar. We also offer energy management training. Allied and GP Allied have a robust training offering covering all topics related to equipment reliability and operational excellence, PDM technology uses, and applications. We also now offer training specifically targeting the topic of energy management and the links between operations and maintenance. We're uniquely positioned to also offer our clients full-time energy engineers. Allied has the capability of supplying resources dedicated to your energy efforts, whether the need is identification of opportunities, leading projects, analyzing data, or training internal company personnel on the intricacies of energy management. I want to briefly share with you a couple case studies. In this particular case study, what you'll see here is an example of a leak survey that we went and performed for a client of ours. We helped them set up the leak survey. Initially, the thought was we'll just focus on compressed air. But as we got started, as you'll see, the client actually determined that they wanted to identify other type leaks, and they wanted us to break it down into different departments. And so we did. We did exactly that, and we identified the number of leaks and what the product was that we were finding. Now, what this did was it created a dashboard that we could very easily display for everybody in the organization to start to see where the opportunities lied for them as it pertained to leak and energy savings. And what inevitably happened was the different departments became engaged in competing towards one another, trying to not only identify the opportunities, but actually go out and fix those opportunities. The amount of opportunity at this plant, $878,000. Now, it's important to note that not all companies experience immediate success. Case in point is this particular case study. We were asked to just simply provide a compressed air leak survey at 19 different plants across North America. Now, what we found was that after doing this, we looked at just one line within each of these 19 plants, and we found an opportunity about the size of $284,000. Okay. A year after identifying these opportunities, we went back in to look to see how many of these opportunities have they actually executed on and achieved. Of those, only 18% or $50,000 out of $284,000 of available opportunity. Not great success. Unfortunately, they weren't committed. They weren't committed to achieving that success that were identified. Now, maybe the dollars weren't that big a deal to them. Maybe they felt like, you know what, compressed air, but we're going to run it anyhow, and yeah, we have to run it a little bit more and waste more energy. But what about the greenhouse gas emissions. In this particular case, 4.3 million pounds of CO2 could have been eliminated if they addressed those particular issues that were found. Now, again, maybe this doesn't seem like that much when you think about at the plant level, but when you look at from a corporate-wide initiative, this company, just like many companies, have published on their internet all the kinds of goals that they want to achieve in the next 5 to 10 years when it comes to energy reductions. And so think about this. They have published that they'd like to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by 15% over the next 3 to 5 years. By 15%. Now, if you just look at this one opportunity, air leaks, and you look at 19 sites and you extrapolate that data out across all the different lines within those 19 plants, it could be a potential of 1 billion pounds of CO2 reduction, or a 0.4% reduction. Now again, may not seem like a whole lot, but now when you start extrapolating that data out across the other sites that they have in North America, it could equate to something like 2.5 billion pounds of CO2. Now we start to talk about a reduction of 3 to 4% on that target of 10 to 15% over the next 3 to 5 years. Focus on achieving the work that's been identified and reaping the benefits of the savings that are available. I'll close by sharing one final case study with you. This is a missing or damaged energy audit, or a heat transfer analysis, where we've gone in and we've looked to identify all of the missing or damaged insulation that was in a particular area of this plant. Now, within a matter of 4 hours, we were able to go in and identify 43 items with an estimated value of $309,000 of energy savings opportunity. Now, savings are estimated using known Association of Energy Engineering calculation formulas, taking into consideration the following items: things like boiler and fuel information, the boiler fuel type and cost, the boiler efficiency, boiler load percentage. You have to know the pipe information, the size, the fluid temperature, the material of construction, the location of the pipe, whether it's inside or outside, what the ambient temperature is like, the length of the pipe, the operation days that this particular equipment is being used. You also have to know the insulation information, like the efficiency of the insulation that's being used, and then also some of that environmental conditions like ambient temperature, wind speed. But they're all very simple calculations once you have that information, and generally that information is pretty easy to pull together. And look, you can put you can go out and do the scan, you can put together the report and show the benefits in less than 4 hours of $309,000 of energy savings opportunities. I want to thank you for taking the time today to go through this presentation and understanding a little bit more about the offerings that Allied Reliability has as they're related to energy management savings and the opportunities that exist within your facility and your plant. And I encourage you, if you have any questions or comments, to reach out to me. Contact me at colsonc@alliedreliability.com. Again, that's COLSONC@alliedreliability.com.